Oh my god, look. This pimple. It's a new one. I want to talk to someone. I'm gonna get some water. I guess I'll get water on the camera because I can't really pause it. Okay, we're going to the kitchen. Usually I can pause the thing, but I guess not now. We're gonna go there. I don't know. I know you're like facing down. I'm not gonna edit this video, so I don't know who's gonna see it though. I've been having to do updates like all the time, but that's because I don't know, like, I don't really know what other people's lives look like. But mine feels like incredibly lonely and incredibly difficult 99% of the time, or 90. And it's a full moon in Scorpio today, but I didn't do any of the things that I would have usually done. I used to get really excited for full moons and new moons and stuff. Starting in 2021, kind of, is when I started being more spiritual. But I don't know. I'm sort of in a mindset where I'm just like, I don't care what other people think of me. That's not my obstacle. It's just the obstacle of feeling very, very alone and feeling very, very tired. Let me drink water. Maybe I can cry. And lots of good things are happening, but I don't know exactly what to say. It's like I saw some videos today on a bunch of different social media platforms, and I've been poor like my whole life. Maybe not when I was like under 10, but I think I might have been poor when I was under 10. I just wasn't aware of it because I was little. But when I look back at pictures of myself, there's definitely like a change at around like age 8, where it's like something dies, and at like age 11, a couple years later, it's like that's when the packing on of coping mechanism started, and you can see there's a change, but it's fake, it's like false, and the layers of coping and becoming the person I had to be to survive started. But when I see people online, sometimes it's like, I am so fucking poor, and I have been for so long, and it's just hard. And I'm so different. And I know, like, I don't know, like people say, don't say the same shit over and over because you'll just reinforce stuff. This is the truth. This is the fucking truth. When I see other people and I see myself, not everyone, but a lot of people I see that are successful. It's like they have more of a linear path, or they have better circumstances than I have had. And I kind of guess it's like the amount of stuff that I've struggled with in my life and overcame is why I have so much compassion for people who have been to really dark places, and it's hard for me to understand other people who don't have compassion, and people who've never been homeless or in poverty or been sexually abused or all sorts of things, neglected, etc. And I guess it's just so hard because I've come all this way and I haven't given up, and I've wanted to, and I don't know, like I've started doing things this year for myself, and it's just hard. It's hard, and it's really, really lonely. Oof. It's really lonely and it's really hard. Sometimes it's really hard for me because, like, literally, I've lost almost all the friends that I've made, and it makes me feel like there's something wrong with me. Like, everyone that's ever been my friend has, like, quit or given up or said some really mean shit to me. And then cut me out. And I have one friend, and I have a friend here in New Mexico that I've been friends with for a year, a little over a year. And I have one friend I've had since I was a little boy. And honestly, if I didn't have her, I don't think I'd actually be here, because I wouldn't have anybody. There'd be multiple points where I wouldn't have had anybody, and I don't think I could have done it. And then people sometimes, like, don't say things to me, they just... And it's just really confusing because I'm autistic, and, you know, like, sometimes I just feel like people make fun of me, and I'm just like the joke, and I'm the clown, and I'm the like laughing thing for group chats. Because I know there's a couple group chats or people that would talk about me, especially when I stopped playing small and I started doing things that made me feel like, happy. There's so many people that judge me, and not only that, but like, when I started doing the singing online, like, the amount of comments I would get of like, you're not any good, you shouldn't even try, you'll never be good at this, you can't do anything, you're wasting your time. And I know that a lot of these people are projecting, but it's still hard. And I don't really know, like, I'm just trying so hard to follow my dreams and follow the things that excite me. And there's so many different things. And everywhere I look, there's neurotypical people. Everywhere I look, there's people that had, and when I say people, I mean like successful people that had nuclear, like, safe environments. And I'm not trying to shit talk anything. But I don't know, I just wish there were more people who were thriving amidst great adversity in their past. And I don't really want to be a trailblazer, you know? Like, I don't want to. It's hard. It's really hard. I'm putting my glasses on. They make me feel better. They do. I've always felt like I'm not good enough, like, a little bit. When I was really little, I was really shy. And I was really timid, and I was really sensitive, and I was really gentle. And I didn't fit in, really. And I was really scared of other people. I don't know why I'm saying that. Like, the first day of preschool, I don't know. My mom walked me to the door and I hid under her shirt. And I talked yesterday about how, like, I played soccer as a little boy and I couldn't take a picture for the soccer team. So my dad had to come and be in the picture, and everyone else's picture was just them, and my picture was me with my dad, like, kneeling. And I'm not trying to like dog my family at all. Like, it's not like they're traumatizing me. It's just, it was not easy at all. And especially being gay, and especially being autistic, and especially not being able to find a path to God that is Christian in the US, girl. I'm a strong believer that there's no place for queer people or women, really, in Christianity. And that doesn't mean that the religion based from Jesus is bad, but it's just so rooted for literally centuries in disempowering women, controlling women, and killing and hating queer people, like it has been for centuries, 600, 700 years. That doesn't just get absolved. It doesn't work like that. And to live in a country that's so largely Christian, it makes it really hard as a gay person. And so my path to God has been feminine, which to me means from the inside out. To me means I listen to my intuition, I follow what resonates or what makes sense to me, and then I help use that as a way to guide me to making sense of the world in a spiritual way. And that's really fucking hard when you're surrounded by people. Literally every time I see a post, especially if it's like a gay person talking about being Christian and gay, comments are like, you're still going to hell. You're still gonna fucking burn in the pit fires. You're still, you can't be a true Christian if you're gay. There's something wrong with you. And I've been told that in so many ways, especially also being autistic. And I've tried to be normal before, and it doesn't work. And the only thing I can do is be myself. And when I am myself, like, it doesn't really matter. It's like a lose-lose. If I try to be normal, nobody likes me still because I'm just like inherently bad at it. And if I try to be myself, like, I don't know. I don't really have anybody. And I have like a handful of people, but it's not the same. It's not really a lot. And I know I'll always have my parents, and I'll always have my brother. But I don't know. There's a guy at the gym who's really nice to me. He's always been nice to me, and he's like got a lot of muscles, and he's very, very straight, but he's very extroverted. And it's usually the people that have been treated really poorly or have gone through a lot or have been bullied themselves that are nice to me. As one time I wore Pikachu, and I wear glitter to the gym sometimes. And nobody else does that. Like, why? Why doesn't anybody else do that? It's so stupid. Why doesn't anybody else do handstands at the gym? Why doesn't anybody else do pirouettes? No girls And definitely no boys. It's weird for boys to do pirouettes at the gym. It's weird. All the things that I do are considered weird. Like even stretching, like doing the splits. I don't see anyone else doing that. Especially boys. And because it's gay. You know, it's gay to do stuff like that. And I don't know. It's just hard. I feel so alone. It's like 5 a.m. right now, and I just couldn't sleep, and I don't know. Like, I'm just hoping, I'm hoping and praying and hoping and praying. That's all I'm doing, is that, like, if I just continue to do the things that are exciting to me, and if I continue to just not give up and follow the things that I like to do, that maybe it will make sense, you know? We have tarot cards here. I didn't realize they were here. And also, like, I've never had, like, a boyfriend, a good boyfriend. All of my boyfriends have not lasted very long because they're all trash to me. They are. Okay? They're trash. Look at me. TRASH. Except for Marcos. He was the first boyfriend. He was good. But the rest have been trash. And you know what's just so disappointing to me about men? It's like they're incapable of fucking loving people. They're incapable of loving people. And that was really confusing for me for a very long time because I'm a man. But men do not love unconditionally. They can't. They don't know how to. They don't know how to access empathy or compassion innately. Some of them can have it, but it's going to be a very small in proportion to feminine people or women and what they can access. But the typical man who's more masculine energetically, they can't do that. What they do is they love the way people make them feel. They love what other people have and what they can have when they're with other people. They love the way other people look. The way they look, what they have, and how that person makes them feel. They don't love people for who they are. That's not how it works. And a lot of times they fall in love with a woman or a feminine because she's everything. So she makes him feel a certain way. She looks really pretty or really good to him. She has things that he wants. And also, she's a great, amazing person. And that can maybe open the door for him to understand how to love somebody for who they are, even if it just starts with her. But most men are just trash. And most of the guys that I've dated are trash. And that's why I don't even let guys into my life. Because they're trash. Literally. A guy on my fucking TikTok commented on a post and said, you're so delicious. Come to XYZ city and let me show you around. I was just like so disgusted. And like, my first thought was, maybe I will say this. I was like, drop $150,000, baby boy. Okay? Put your money where your fucking mouth is, bitch. If you want this, put your money where your mouth is. Because I'm not delusional and naive anymore. I'm a grown fucking person and I know how men operate. You only care about one thing, and it's what's in my pants. So I'm only going to care about one thing, and it's what's in your wallet. Okay? Men play games based on superficiality and materialistic bullshit. It's why the gay man community is so fake and focused on materialistic and hookup and the way a guy looks. Guys will literally just date each other because they look good. There's no substance, there's no essence. They just want to date because of the look. Literally, I've had guys who just want to date me because I look like a person that would make them look better because I have a beautiful body or I was a twink, you know, and they wanted the image of being a guy or being a macho guy dating a twink or being a guy dating a cute guy with muscles, and they didn't actually give a shit about me, about who I was. They just cared about what I was giving them, how they felt when they had me, the status they gained by having me as a boyfriend. And that's all just garbage. Garbage. And if I didn't look the way I looked, if I wasn't the age that I was, they wouldn't have cared about me. And I don't know, like, I've been starting to think, like, am I going to find anybody? I don't want to find anybody. I want someone to find me, you know? I don't want to seek. And it's just been so hard for so long. And oh, my battery's running out. But I want to, this is my knee, by the way. I do have pants on, just so you know. I want to be successful, not just for myself, but for my parents. And I'm not saying that they aren't successful, they're successful. But I want to be so successful that I could just make them so proud. Make it feel like all the sacrifice was worth it, you know? Anyway, I'm running out of battery, but I just felt so alone and I have no one else to talk to. And I can't save shit on my phone. Because I have a phone from like 6 years ago or 7 years ago. I thought about getting like a new fancy phone, but I have to make more money first. And I'm trying to pay my bills at the same time, so. But that could be something I could, like, maybe dream for. So my phone doesn't have a lot of storage. It's got, I have to basically delete things after I record them or stuff like that. I have, like, maybe not a lot. I don't understand it exactly why, but I have almost no storage, so I only can have like maybe 40 different pictures and stuff on my phone at once. It's just not a lot. What's this card? The moon. It is a full moon in Scorpio. It sucks to be a Scorpio, it really does. Being a Scorpio means that you're going to constantly be dealing with trauma or difficulty or dark nights of the soul, like again and again and again and again in your life, going through the ringer and basically being beaten up. That's sort of the assignment when somebody chooses Scorpio placements in their path. And I have a big Scorpio placement in rising sign. So, and that tracks with me what it's supposed to mean. A lot of people hate Scorpios. They think they're villains. They think they're evil. A lot of times Scorpios are just mirrors to people. So like mirroring to people who they are. If you're ugly, you're going to think I'm really ugly when you meet me, or poisonous or evil or wicked. But that's actually who you are. And I used to care too much about what other people think of me. But if they're really ugly people, I can't control how they perceive me, because they're always going to perceive me in a bad way. I can't hang on to that. But I feel a little bit better. I don't have a therapist. I haven't had health care. I really, 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 like, so much wish I could have hair again. I know my hair isn't, like, gone, but I used to have a lot more hair, like, 5 years ago. And it just makes me happy. I like having it. It makes me feel good because it's, like, fun. And I really want that. But I don't have healthcare, so I couldn't, like, get a dermatologist. And I don't have money, so I can't explore, options. And I know we live in a patriarchy, so basically the only way to get money is by making money instead of receiving money. That's why it's so shitty to be a feminine in a patriarchy. It's because feminines are supposed to get money from receiving it. You receive money just for existing as the person you are. And a lot of people think, well, what did you do to earn it? You exist. You be. It's like a flower. Why is a flower valuable? Is it walking around and lifting things and doing shit? No. It's valuable because it literally exists. You see? Do you sort of understand? Why is a tree? Why is wood valuable? Is wood walking around doing shit, making money? No. Wood and trees exist, so they're valuable. All of Earth's resources are very feminine in their value, in that their value just comes because they exist. Resources, even gasoline. But in a patriarchy, your value is only determined by masculine things, such as what you're doing. And feminine people don't like to do because they're so focused and have to pour all of their energy on being. And so to do all of the being stuff and then all of the doing stuff is so fucking hard. Why are the men here if I'm doing everything as a feminine? I'm being the flower and the bee. Why the fuck are you here? You're here to pay me for existing. You're here to do the work, to make it easier. That's why you're here. And it's hard because I literally just have to do it all alone right now. Unless something changes, it is what it is. And I'm going to keep doing my best. I'm pretty sure my phone's gonna die or my battery's gonna die. pull one more card. The Knight of Pentacles, that's a really good card. And the Wheel of Fortune. That's really cool. Anyway, I'll move you over here. I don't tell guys that I'm dating about the trash men that I've dated in the past because you kind of want men to compete. I think you're charging, I think. Maybe. But you want men to compete, and if you tell them that you've dated a bunch of abusive, toxic people that have belittled you or tried to beat you down, like, all they have to do is be like they could literally be subpar or like kind of abusive or toxic themselves, and they might still be out competing all of the other guys because the bar is low. And so I don't tell guys about that because I want the standard to be higher. And I'm kind of in this place right now where it's like, if you can't meet the standard, then I will always choose to be alone. As hard as it is. If you can't treat me the way I need to be treated by other people, by friends, then I will always choose to be alone. Even if I end up making videos on my phone, talking to myself, crying, because I don't have a therapist. I don't have, I'd rather do that than be with somebody who's not good for me. I have this feeling in my head that it's going to be easier when I go back, but I really don't actually believe that. I've moved so many times in my life, and the one thing I've learned is like, the grass is always greener on the other side, and you believe that it's going to be easier because you want to absolve yourself of the pain of just being human, basically. And it doesn't escape you, no matter where you go. It's always there. It's always hard. It's always fucking hard. I know people that make millions of dollars, have millions of dollars, whose lives are very, very fucking hard. Isn't that fucked up? That's so fucked up. And yet we all choose to be human and come here because we're delusional. Listen up. If there's any aliens listening to this video, don't come to Earth. Stay wherever the fuck you are. Don't come here. Worst experience ever. Worst planet ever. Worst place ever. Just press the red button that blows the whole place up. Okay? Do us all a favor. That's my message for the aliens, okay? Aliens, don't ever come here. Blow it up instead. Okay? Beam me up. Beam me up and get me a bunch of extra money and a nice hot tub. Okay? I also have this pimple. I've never been judgmental about myself for how I look, Even if I have a preference for what I prefer, like no pimples and no balding, I've never been judgmental because that doesn't actually help you. Really. You can have preferences, but judgment, guilt, and shame don't do anything for you. But my neighbor gave me a couple hugs in the past couple days, and it feels ugly. It feels gross. I haven't hugged a lot of people. I haven't had a hug for so fucking long. And I'm talking about like a good hug. Most of the time when I hug people, I can literally feel them like sucking my energy. And they want to hug me because they want to take a piece of my fucking energy. And it's disgusting. It feels disgusting. And I literally want to shove them away after they touch me. But I haven't had like a real hug, which to me is when you hug someone that feels the way you do, so they feel loving and giving, and you're giving to them, and they're not just taking. I've had that for like a long time. Sometimes I like to make really long videos like this that are unedited because I feel like it'll deter people from watching them if they're so long, because I don't know. I don't want to put any of those things that's like, there's all these tactics they tell you to use, like, oh, put a thumbnail on the video. Okay, that's one, the thumbnail, the picture. Number 2 is make a title that will like hook people in, and then hook people within the first 3 seconds. I'm fucking so sick of that. I'm sick of that. Why are we trying to hook people? Hook them like we're putting them on a fucking drug. I'm sorry, but that has always annoyed the shit out of me. Oh, let's hook people in the first 3 seconds of a video. Oh, let's make 7-second videos just to go viral on TikTok, on YouTube, on whatever. 7-second stupid videos. Use trending audios instead of the audio that resonates most with your soul. Use the trending audio. I'm so sick of that stupid shit, dude. Because it's so fake. It's so fake, and it's so masculine. Where feminine is your intuition, what resonates for you, what authenticity is feminine. Raw authenticity is feminine. Fake, performative shit. Ooh, what do the people want? How can I hook other people? Looking and seeking outside of yourself externally to find the best materialistic fucking hook to latch people in because you care so much about other people and their opinions and what they have and the resources they have, because nothing actually comes from fucking you. That's all very masculine, and there's nothing wrong inherently about it necessarily, but it's the way our whole fucking planet is set up. So all that matters is what other people think of you, not what you think of yourself, not who you are, not the choices that make sense to you. That's all feminine. And I was so fucking tired of all of these people on the internet telling you how to be successful at social media, as to how to go viral, how to be a hit, is to do all of these latching on to people things and tactics to care only externally about what other people think, how you can hook them in, how you can latch on to them, how you can connect them to you, siphon their energy to you from themselves in order to bolster you. I think that's just fucked up. This is so wrong to want to become somebody fucking incredible just by following feminine energy, of listening to my intuition and my authenticity and doing that all the time. And it doesn't get you anywhere, really. People just judge you. They don't give a shit about you. You know, they don't want to waste 45 minutes to an hour listening to you. They don't care about you. They don't care about what you have to say. They don't care about who you are. They don't care about your authenticity. They care about themselves, what they can gain from you. And so it's all very, very masculine. And I don't like it. Sometimes I wish I was just a flower or something. But not on planet Earth, on a different planet, where there are no humans. Just a flower who could just be. That would be really nice. But I'm not. I'm a stupid human on this stupid planet. And I have to do skincare every fucking day. I have to make money by working. Ugh. It's so stupid. Nobody on this planet doesn't get to work, except for elite divas who marry rich husbands. Okay, that's what I want. I just want a rich husband. Give me 5. Give me 5 rich husbands. Make them fight each other every day. Okay? I want 5. 1 for the house, 1 for the car, 1 to take me shopping, 1 to take me on vacation. And the last one is just for fun. Maybe there's one that I actually love. But he's got to have money too. Okay? That sounds like what I want. I would like that, actually. 5 husbands. House, car, shopping, vacation, and true love. Okay? You can't just have true love. He doesn't make enough money. Okay? I just don't like making money. It's just so hard. So hard. And I just don't even want to. There's certain things I can't say, but I don't want to try anymore sometimes. Maybe I could give up for one day. That might make me feel better. I feel like I gave up for months, weeks before, and it makes me feel a little bit better. Because then you don't have to stress as much. But ultimately then, your life doesn't get any different. I think the worst thing about all of this is I am somebody. And I've always been somebody. And I've always been special. And I've always been lovable. And I've always been worthy. And I've always been good enough. And men don't believe that unless you have money. You look good. You have shit. that they can take from you. And I guess I just like there's guys from my past who literally like would make fun of me as I started to follow my passions and believe in myself. They like make fun of me and belittle me and turn me into a joke. And I remove them. But those same fucking idiots. Wow. Now that I look really good physically with my body, now that I have a fucking degree, now that I'm building a business, now that things are starting to look different and change for me. Oh, guess who's fucking here? The same fucking assholes that told me I was not worth anything, that I didn't have anything, that I was a nobody. It's because they don't believe it until they see it. And if they can't see it, it means you're worthless trash. That's how men operate. If they can't see it, it's not real. If it's not physical and tangible in front of their eyes, it's not real. But for women, which is why I love women, if they can believe it, then it can be real. That's what feminine means. If they can believe it, then they can see it. If they can believe it, then it exists. That's the essence of feminine energy, and I'm very feminine as a being. And so I've always known and believed that I'm worth it. I've always known and believed that I'm lovable. I've always known and believed that I was enough. And it's combination of like insulting and disgusting to have all of these men, fake ass people, because there are some women who operate only in a materialistic masculine way, and they're pretty disgusting. Like they're just wounded usually, because if they're women especially, they should be operating in an energetically feminine way, unless their soul is like more butch, or more masculine energetically, and that's part of who they are as a soul. Most women are supposed to be feminine, and they act masculine because that's what you have to do, but then they end up being really fake and really poisonous, like a lot of these guys I'm talking about. And it's insulting and disgusting to see people fly back in when I'm winning, after I've gone through hell and back alone, clinging to one thing, which is the belief that I am somebody. And I've always felt that. And I've always believed that. And it's the world that's told me, you don't have anything, you don't have a college degree, you're a nobody, you don't look good enough, you're trash, you don't have enough, you're poor, you don't have anything that makes you worthy, that makes you somebody. So you're a nobody, you're a loser, you're garbage, you're worthless, because they don't see it. But I've always believed it, and I know that that's why it's true. I also feel like maybe one day I'll find the right people for me. I think maybe the people that Don't make me feel so different. Or don't make me feel so alone, or don't make me feel so much of a loser or an outsider. Because right now, almost everyone I see in the location I'm at, and in a lot of the places I've lived, do think all of that of me. And think I'm cringy and don't want to be friends with me or don't know how to be friends with me. And I've tried to be friends with a lot of people in my life, and it just has never worked. Except for my best friend. Except for Lupe. I didn't want to say her name, but I'll say her name. Who cares? I love her about as much as I love my mom. And especially when it gets really hard, it's like, I think a lot about her, and I think a lot about the people in my life that have always been there. Which there are few. Oh, okay. I'm gonna post this even though it's an hour long and I don't even know what the theme is besides just wanting to talk to somebody. I need to do that like every week. Every week to every day. Really. I make these update videos like almost every day or every other day. Because there's nobody here. See? Just an empty apartment. You have that beautiful lamp though. And that beautiful painting. I got it for $35. I got that rose painting for free. I found it in San Francisco. I got that bag for $25. Got that for free, that for free. That I got a couple years ago. It was actually quite expensive. It was $200, I think, or like $150. But it was at a local store, and I had just gotten financial aid money. I got that painting for $35. So I'm really happy about that. That plant I grew, that's some perfume I have. But even if I'm poor, I'm surrounded by valuable things, okay? $25, $25, $25, $25, okay? $25 all around me. It may not be in the form of money, but it's in the form of objects that were priced that, okay? So, period. I got this computer right here, right? $25, $25, $25. Probably at like $500. I'm surrounded in $500 of money. I want to just roll on a pile of gold coins. That would make me happy. I want to play a video game where I can play as a dwarf who rolls around in a pile of gold coins. Okay? And he looks really cute. And he's a dwarf man. And he's got 5 husbands who continue to give him more money. That's what I want. Give me that. And his name will be Baelig. That's my dwarf name. Baelig. I just made it up right now. Baelig. Baelig is gay. He's cute. He's only 3 feet tall, and he rolls around in all the gold money that he can find. All brought to him by his 5 to 10 husbands. That's me. That's what I want. Who knows? Maybe I'll be that tall. I could be that tall. Maybe I'll be more like 5 feet tall. I wanted, when I was a little boy, I wanted to live to be 100. I actually thought that was an occupation. Because there was like different like TV shows where they would show people that lived to be over 100. And I thought that was like a real, like, I thought it was like something you could be, you know? Like a doctor or something. I wanted to be over 100. I think I want to be 150. Is that the world record? I want to beat the world record. I want to beat it so hard for living that other people are going to have to won't be able to beat it for a long time, okay? I don't want my high score to be beaten, okay? We're gonna try to live to be 150, okay? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I am a 3 foot tall, wrinkly dwarf. You know, by that time, I'll probably have 20 husbands, all giving me gold coins. The year 2150. 2170, okay? And I'll still keep going. You gotta set the record high. I don't want to be beaten. I want the high score. High score. 50 years. He was a little raisin. But he was happy. And he had 17 rich husbands. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna go. I hope not very many people see this video because I was really vulnerable. I really hope. Sometimes I've looked back at some of my videos where I just wanted to talk to myself, basically, and they had like 20 views, and I was like, oh my God. These people need to mind their damn business, okay? There's literally millions of other videos on YouTube you could be watching. Mind your business, okay? This video, I'm just doing it because I am really sad and I'm tired, and it makes me feel better to talk about how I'm feeling. And when I don't have anyone to talk to, it's like just hard. And I don't know, like I could talk to my friend. I could talk to my mom too. But sometimes I just don't, I feel like a burden. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a burden, and I don't want to overwhelm them by talking literally for over an hour. And also when I do it this way, I can watch it. And I usually do. In some of my first videos, there would only be like 1 or 2. Well, actually, there would only be like 1 view, and it was always me. I was always watching myself, usually at night when I felt kind of depressed or sad, and you know, I would just watch myself, and it made me feel a little bit less alone. So, anyway, I'm gonna go. I might try to go get some sleep, but it's gonna be like 6 a.m. or 7 maybe. What time is it? Oh God. It's 7 a.m. almost. Yeah, it is what it is. And it's Monday too, so. And I have a bill due today for car insurance. I didn't have car insurance for like maybe 6 months. But anyway, now I do have car insurance and I have to pay the bill today. I don't think I have enough money in my account. Can't just give up. Please. Can I give up on everything? I want to give up. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to go to bed. If I don't have enough money for my car insurance, I guess it'll get overdrafted and I'll have to transfer. And I do have cash that I made last weekend, and I can put that in one account and transfer it to the other. Or I can try to deposit the cash today at the bank and change the card for the car insurance to make sure it goes on the right one. But